again. I've applied for this thing 5 good times. This student visa matter is going to kill me, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know that a lot of you are actually in these shoes. You've applied to come to Canada many times, so 4 times, some even 6, 7 times. What you need to do, stick to the video and we'll go through the tips of applying for study visa to Canada. So, welcome back. So actually I see that a lot of people make this huge mistake. Applying for a visa is a process. So before you apply for any visa, you have to understand what are the things that I should do and what are the things that I cannot do. So sometimes it might take you 2 years or 3 years to plan your study visa application. So we are going through some details of the do's and don'ts in study visa to Canada. Number 1, program of study. So I see that a lot of people make these mistakes. You add a first degree in your country, in business for example, and you will be moving to Canada to study business again in first degree. That already is it puts you on the wrong side of the decision. So Canada wants you to come study here. They need your money, but if you apply for any visa, you have to convince the immigration officer that you really want to go study. So if you had a degree in business, why do you want another degree? It's so very hard to explain that reason. So you might want to change the subject. So if you're a business person, you might want to go into IT, and then you can give reasons why you're switching from business to IT or any other field as that may be. But if an immigration officer is assessing your file, it sees that you're going to study the same thing that you already studied. So what is the difference? Why are you going to do the same thing over again? It surely means you just want to get a study visa for immigration purposes. So you might want to look at that. What are the programs you're applying for? What is your background? You can apply to programs that you already done, but it should be an advanced learning. So if you have your first degree, which is called bachelor's, you might want to apply for a PhD or a master's rather. So you have to take it further. Don't apply for courses that you already done, that you're already putting it in your qualifications, that I have a bachelor's degree in accounting finance and I want to go to Canada to study finance in the same bachelor's. It's so hard to get that kind of visa. So you either switch from your program of study or you upgrade to the present level of your study, and that should be fine. Number 2, financial insufficiency. So Canada needs to know that you have enough money for your studies, to pay for your tuition, to pay for accommodation, to provide food for yourself. You need to provide good financial statement. I see that a lot of people make this mistake in this processing. So people have like a visa interview or they have submit their documents next week, and today they get money from families and friends and then they make huge amounts of deposit in their bank account. That's not going to work because the officer can see that the money was lodged in 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago. What do? This is the trick. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you have to plan yourself. If you even need to lodge money, make it at least 1 year, at least 7-8 months. And don't make like a huge $10,000 deposit in your bank account. You can split it into different parts if you need to. So by doing that, you have this money coming in at different times of the year and it does not look like a large deposit in your bank account. This is a better way to put money in your bank account if you need it for visa purposes. Don't just put it 2 weeks to the visa application, don't put it 1 month to the visa application, and don't even put it 2 months into the visa application with a large sum. You can split this sum over time and put this money into your bank account. So financial insufficiency, it's quite important. Canada needs to know that you have enough resources to cope as a student in Canada. So number 3, inadequate travel history. So this doesn't actually mean that you get refused the visa to Canada because you've not been to other countries. No, that doesn't mean that. But it's a push to your application if you've been traveling to other parts of the world and you've always respected your visa. So like I said, you don't have to travel to one place to get to Canada, but if you do have a good travel history, that surely helps you. And one thing that I see that people get refused for is that you're 33 years old, you had your first degree 10 years ago, you never traveled, you've not been on any job, and then you apply for a study visa. It's really a red flag. What have you been doing in 12 years? There is no job on your application, there is no further studies on your application. All of a sudden, you want to move to Canada to go and advance your studies. So, what I'm saying is that when you need to make a study visa application, it's a process. You should prepare for it. It could take you 4 years, it could take you 5 years, but you need to prepare for these things. Financially, information-wise, you have to prepare adequately for these things. So travel history is not a one-way stop that, oh yeah, I've not been to any part of the world and that means I can't move to Canada. That's not true. But if you do have a good travel history, that helps the officer to understand that you're a person who respects visas, and if you go to Canada, you will respect your visa and leave at the end of your studies. Number 4, no job prospect in your home country. So like I was saying, you cannot make a visa application with a blank 5 years of your life prior to that time. What have you been doing after school? So you finish school, let's say in 2010, and you're making a visa application in 2021, and there is nothing to show, because in the application form you actually fill things that reflects where you've been, what you do, and it's all blank. No job, no school. The immigration officer is not satisfied what you've been doing over that period of time, so it just seems that you're looking for greener pastures, and that means that you will disrespect the student visa and probably go to work or stay back after your studies. So it is very important that you know that you have to let the immigration officer know what you've been doing in your life for the past 10 years at least. When you finish school, after school, what you did, you have to fill them very, very well. Don't create a gap in your years. It's very important. That shows what you've been doing and how you've gotten to that point where you've made a decision to go to Canada for your education. It's very, very important to remove gaps in your application. Number 5, and this is really very important, forgery and misrepresentation. I see that a lot of people make these mistakes mostly by themselves, and some people through dubious agents. Forgery and misrepresentation. This is one thing you don't want to do. Like I said, it's better you take 3 years, 4 years to plan your study visa application than forge documents. It's very, very risky, because they have a lot of ways to ascertain all these documents, and when they find out, you get a ban permanently or for really lengthy years. And misrepresentation, on the other hand, is not saying the information as it is. So part of the document might ask you, have you been refused entry to Canada or any other country? It means, have you been refused a visa? So if at any point in the time you've applied for any visa and got a refusal, you have to state what visa it is, what class of visa, and what reason was the denier. So don't forge any documents. Don't forge any documents. If it takes time to prepare for it, please take the time. You could spend 1 year to get your financial status to good point. Take that 1 year. Don't take a fake account statement. It is very, very bad. It's bad for you, and it attracts a very lengthy ban. So don't do that. And misrepresentation, like I said, don't give false information. So please guys, don't do forgery and don't be a victim of misrepresentation. Canada doesn't take it lightly. So another tip that I would like to give you is that sometimes people want to apply for study visa and they're chasing schools in Ontario, in Vancouver. I'm not saying that you don't get a visa for all of these places, but over time, based on my experience, I see a lot of people get the study visa to places that are not in the city. Regina, Manitoba, these places gives you a better chance of getting a study visa. So you might want to look at universities in that part of the country. It helps a lot. It really helps, because I have a lot of people who have chosen that route and they were successful even at the first trial. So I know that you want to live in the big city. I know you want to live in that glamorous and fast car life in the city, but just for a start, you can move to places with not so good temperature And over time, after your studies, you can integrate back into permanent residence and you can move back to the city and have a good life. So it's just like you preparing for the life that you want, but you don't have to get into the city in the beginning. Take note, I'm not saying that people don't get study visa to stay in Ontario or to stay in Vancouver or everywhere, but you might want to try that point by going to other cities. And trust me, the admission is also quite easy in those part of the city because the competition is not high. So you might want to try them out and see if that helps you in getting an admission to one of the schools here in Canada. So I'm sure there's so many other things about visa applications, but don't forget these are very important. No forgery, no misrepresentation, don't make large deposits in your bank accounts just to present to the immigration. They are not going to take that, and most likely you will get refused for that. And as well, like I said, don't leave a gap in your life when applying for a study visa. Try to step up your degree. So if you have a bachelor's, you might want to consider a master's degree, even if it means you have to do PhD in your country of residence. Please do. It helps a lot. Don't apply for the degree that you already have, and if you will do, try to change discipline. If you're in business, you can go to IT. If you just try to change discipline, changing the discipline just simply means that you are actually getting interested in a new thing, and that's one reason why you need to go and study. But don't apply for the degree that you already have in your own country to come and do it in Canada. Usually that might not get you a study visa. So guys, I'm sure there's a whole lot of things I will keep sharing with you. I hope that with this little information helps you in applying for your study visa. As people say, oh, I'm refused, Canada doesn't want me, that's not true. For the next 3 years, Canada is bringing over 400,000 new immigrants every year for the next 3 years. That already tells you that Canada needs young population, they need people to work, and they need people to pay taxes. So Canada needs you, but you have to do it rightly. That is the point, you have to do it rightly. And the mistake is you don't have to hurry. Plan for 2 years, plan for 1 year, plan for 3 years based on your situation, and you will get your visa at the end. You don't have to rush, you don't have to submit a weak application. Take your time, and if you need any help in the process, just shoot me up in the comment section. I will reply every comment. You can send me an email, and whatever you need based on advice and information, I am more than willing to help you, because I want to see you in Canada. It's a land of opportunity, it's yours to discover, and I'm waiting for you. And I hope that with this video and the lessons that you learned here, you will make a successful application for your study visa. Until next time, I remain my humble self, Femi, and this is your one-stop channel, The Experience. I will see you next week with another amazing episode on The Experience. And guys, if you've not subscribed, you're gonna be missing a whole lot of things. So please, before you go, hit the subscribe button, hit your notification bell so that you get a notification when we upload the video. You get the notification first. That is getting my video first. That's really amazing. So don't miss out on anything. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you next week. Stay safe and be good. Hey people, welcome back to your channel, The Experience. As you can see, number, try to set up